Hey, Jodi, good to see you again.
You too.
I saw the other day that you have a recent proclamation. It's called Parental Alienation as a Form of Domestic Abuse by Proxy. Now, the one that you gave me is the mayor of the city of Grapevine, and his name is?
William D. Tate.
William D. Tate. Wonderful. But you said that there was another one that was signed as well that is en route to you right now?
Yeah, there's one from Mayor McGrail from Keller, Texas.
Okay.
And he actually put it in the mail to me Tuesday trying to surprise me. So he
wow.
was actually the first one.
Wow. So
this is actually the second, but I didn't know.
Okay. It says recognition. Whereas parental alienation is one of the most heart-wrenching and cruel forms of domestic abuse by proxy, in which an alienating parent uses a child to reject a loving, targeted parent to perpetuate abuse after the relationship is over. Why don't you hold that up just a little bit, okay? And whereas an alienating parent uses coercive control, manipulation, and exploitation of a child by terrorizing them with false allegations about a targeted parent, which becomes their new reality and the belief of the parent they once loved and respected, the intentional infliction of emotional harm to a fit and available parent becomes a revenge obsession. Wow, this is pretty strong, causing willful disregard to the mental health of the child. And whereas isolation is when an alienating parent deliberately sabotages the relationship between the child and the targeted parent by refusing to allow visits, calls, gifts, or any form of healthy communication without any cause, evidence of abuse, unfitness, neglect, or merit, an abuser will use their own children as a weapon to inflict emotional trauma onto the targeted parent by severing all contact between them and using the courts to endorse and condone the behavior. This is pretty powerful. Mm-hmm. Whereas children naturally affiliate with the most powerful parent, even sometimes when they are being directly abused themselves by that parent, instilling hatred and fear into the child about their other parent is psychological abuse, and any negative thoughts about the targeted parent are transferred to the child's belief about themselves. Whereas parental alienation tactics reinvents the past for a child and creates confusion and a distorted sense of reality of themselves and their ability to trust and accurately judge others, parental alienation damages the parent-child relationship, causing lifelong effects to both the child and the targeted parent, sometimes resulting in suicidal ideation or suicide itself. And whereas parental alienation is hereby recognized as a form of domestic violence and domestic abuse by proxy in the month of October, as continued awareness is needed to help put an end to senseless acts of domestic abuse. Now, therefore, I, William D. Tate, Mayor of the City of Grapevine, Texas, do hereby recognize October 2017 as Parental Alienation as a form of domestic abuse by proxy, and his signature. This is really powerful stuff. So the people that think that parental alienation is no big deal,
right?
This says just the opposite. This has a lot of teeth in it.
Yeah. And one call I got today I thought was pretty interesting. Kevin James, I can say his name, in Atlanta, and he's going to take this and give it to his, and he's actually going to add one line to it, I think, about how the child actually can become an abuser.
Which is true.
Which is true, and I didn't think to put that in. I know that's true, but anyone is welcome. I mean, if anyone watching wants to create one, I'll give them the blank draft.
Okay.
And then they can fill in what they want.
Right. So did you write this whole thing?
I wrote this myself.
That is really powerful stuff.
I wasn't reading anything. This was from my words.
Yeah, and to think that a mayor actually signed this. Now you said
and now two mayors now.
So what about Southlake? Is Keller and Grapevine are right together? That's Mayor Laura Hill, right?
Yeah, Laura Hill. She absolutely refused. She said.
Well, wait. You've tried.
I tried.
Okay. Well, you know what? We'll get some other people to try. Mayor Laura Hill. You've got two cities around you. You've got Grapevine and you have Keller. Let's keep the ball rolling here.
She said that she already has signed one for domestic abuse awareness. They already have a certain one they use all the time. And
yeah.
I said, well, then it's time to
change it up
and let people know about a new
new
Well,
form.
it's not new, but
Yeah.
this type of abuse.
Yeah.
There's no reason for her not to do that.
Yeah.
Too many kids and parents are suffering.
So, parental alienation is a form of domestic abuse by proxy. This almost, well, let me say not almost, this actually raises it to a criminal level.
Right.
And have you talked with any police officers about this, any law enforcement?
Yes. In Grapevine, after I picked up mine from William D. Tate, I took it directly to the city secretary,
Okay.
and she is giving it to everyone in City Hall. And
Really?
she's placing it in the break room. I think they're going to frame it and put it in the break room.
Wow.
She was so impressed by it. And then I went to the police station in Grapevine, and the girl at the front counter was going through this and started crying. She said, I didn't know there was more people. I'm going through this right now.
Wow.
So she says, hold on a minute. And she called someone in and said, you need to talk to her. And so I was talking to a gal that does training for the police in
Wow.
Grapevine.
Wow.
And she gets like the curriculum together
Right.
for their continuing ed, I think.
Right.
And she was like, wow, you should be a spokesperson for this. Oh my gosh. I was explaining all this. And she says, I'm putting this up in the break room and I'm going to give everyone a copy.
Wow. That's
the policemen.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm looking through some of these other proclamations that have been signed. Now, as you know, I'm from Erie, Pennsylvania, so I see
Yeah.
two from the city of Erie. One is from the mayor's office. This was from April, recognizing Parental Alienation Awareness Day on April the 25th.
Yep.
By Joseph E. Sinnott, and also by the council, the city council.
Yeah, city council was the first to say they'd sign it. And if you look at the difference, the city council kept it exactly the way I wrote it. The mayor changed it up a bit, which is fine, because
It looks, probably for a spacing issue in
the
part.
spacing issue. But if you look at the next to the last paragraph, maybe, it states that whereas no judge should make a child choose which parent to love. So he probably didn't want that in his, but the city council thought that was important.
Yes. Wow.
And Grimes, Iowa mayor kept mine like that as well.
Okay, so let me see. I've got the Grimes here. You've given me some of these. This is really amazing. So Grimes, Iowa. This is by. Okay, now they even said. Hold on a minute here. Oh, these are both for annual recognition.
Yeah.
I thought it was just for 2017. Annually, they're going to recognize
Some
this.
we're going to do it annually.
So this is City of Erie. Grimes is going to recognize it annually.
Yep.
Now you have one from the city of North Richland Hills.
Yeah, and that's where my kids were abducted from. So that mayor signed it.
Does the mayor know the circumstances?
Yes.
And knows about the PTA lady?
Yes.
Wow.
He
So
was in shock.
yeah. So this is signed by Oscar Trevino, Mayor of the city of North Richland Hills. Do hereby proclaim April 25th, 2017 as Parental Alienation Awareness Day. I don't see this one as an annual event,
I don't
but
think
nevertheless,
his was.
yeah.
Someday, I mean, I hope next year maybe he'll do an annual.
So this is looking like this could start to actually catch more awareness and catch legs. Maybe next year we ought to be planning to hit every mayor, every city council in the state of Texas.
I've got all the mayor's names for Iowa, so I need to work on the Texas. So I've got all their emails.
Right.
So they're pretty current, I
Right.
believe. But one more to send one. I've got one more in Iowa I want to send because I personally know that one.
Yeah.
So I think I can at least get one from her. And she lives just south of Des Moines
Yeah.
in a little town, but she's very well respected.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see. The governor sure won't. I've sent it to her 3 times.
Well, maybe the governor will now.
Yeah.
And maybe even in Texas, the same thing will happen.
Yeah.
But I hope that as well that Southlake will sign, because I know that you would have the 3 cities right beside each other signing it. So Mayor Laura Hill and the City Council of Southlake, this would be something that I'll tell you what, I'll forward it to them in an email.
Yeah.
I'll make sure that they all get it.
We spend a lot of money in South Lake. This is.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I'm there. You know.
I know.
I'm down here. I'm over there.
Yeah. Southlake is.
About every day.
I know a lot of great people there. I think if they were aware of this, they first off, if they would actually, they might be shocked. But if they actually knew the details behind the stuff, they would probably be behind the city.
I even met 2 teachers from South Lake in Fuzzy's Tacos last year, and they said they know kids in the school that are going through it right now.
Yeah. Congratulations on these.
Yeah.
And thank you for keeping persistent
Yeah.
and doing this.